right. Welcome to the Bait Shop. Guys, I'm Frumpy Buckle. You're fishing with Uncle Buck tonight. We got a live show going on after this one. We're gonna talk a little bit tonight in the Bait Shop about the up and coming St. Valentine's Day tournament. I guess they're bringing it back from all the hoopla I hear everywhere. Austin Brown, hello Austin Brown, how are you, sir? Yeah, they're bringing. I didn't have a St. Valentine's Day last year. The first tournament I had going in was the St. Patrick's Day one, which I didn't do well at all. I'd been playing the game for about 2.5 months when I started in there. So I'm anxious to do this one. So we're going to talk tonight in the Bait Shop. We're going to talk a little bit about crappie, or as it's known around a lot of parts, calico bass. So we're talking about that, but I also want to talk about piranha. We're going to talk a lot about piranha tonight. Serrasalmids, so to speak. These things, basically, that scientific name, it means serrated salmon family, and they refer to that serrated salmon family because of the serrated belly that it's got, that runs underneath the belly. And there's about 90 plus species of this particular type of fish out there. We only got a couple of them here in the game. Oh, Browning, hey, how are you, sir? Very good. We talked that Sunday night for a while about fishing. There you go. I'm glad you're aboard. So now I know who Austin is now. It's Browning. You must own it. You own a few of those Brownings, do you? Not a bad weapon there, huh? All right, so we're going to talk about piranhas and the Serrasalmids. All right. Now we've got 4 of them in this game. We got the red-bellied, we got the red-eyed, and we've got the tambaqui. Now the tambaqui is like, I want to say he's a vegetarian piranha, so to speak. Now he's the one that likes the camu camu, the jawari fruit, the rubber seeds. He eats a lot of that kind of stuff, actually. Let's throw up some of the baits up there, Buck. Get the baits up there. Let's get the fish up there that we're talking about. There we go. So yeah. These prawns, and none of them really get too big. Supposedly now, and I think Fishing Planet's got some of its stats a little bit screwy there when you go down there and read about them, because we talk about the red eye and then the red belly. Now the red belly is supposed to be supposedly the largest of the piranha, but the tambaqui gets to be 88 pounds. So I would have to say he's probably the largest piranha. Now, these piranhas are also known by, you may like the pacu. That's of the Serrasalmids. It's the pacu piranha. The silver dollars, that's another one. And these guys, they have a really bad reputation, because just the fact that they live and hunt in schools, these particular fish, and they're really not very aggressive at all. It's amazing how they make movies out of piranhas eating the hell out of people. But I mean, sure, it's just like anything else. You got danger, maiming, and blood in the water. Well, hell, anything that lives in that water is going to eat it. Piranha just happen to have teeth that everybody's afraid of. And speaking of the teeth, in these piranhas, the the Tambaqui is completely different. He's almost got teeth like a human. They're flatter. They don't have the sharp serrated teeth on there, and that's, they got them real hard jaws for crunching up because they're vegetarian. They eat a lot of nuts and fruits and things like that, so they have almost human teeth, which is kind of weird, but they do. And in fact, they're referred somewhere. I had a note somewhere about that, about the let me see if I wrote it down here anywhere. I was reading about it the other day, but I don't have it written down in today's notes for the shop. But I thought that was kind of odd. That I did have it written down here. Human teeth, yeah, and they get to be about 43 inches long. The Tambaqui, 88 pound. Now I've latched on. I grabbed 45 pounders in this game on a 13-pound flipping stick, and that's a whole lot of fun. Have a whole lot of fun with that. Micah, you're almost done with Falcon Lake. Attaboy. Well, I have schoolwork to do here tonight, so I haven't been able to do a whole lot of fishing. I'll tell you, the reason I'm talking about these piranhas is because I've been beat to death over the other two piranhas that we have in our game that I've been chasing for the last game days, 7 or 8 game days across 3 different lakes in South America. That's insane, chasing those cybers. That's crazy. And the mega piranhas are even worse. My gosh, Maku Maku took me 5 days. My buddy Micah here was thinking I probably didn't know how to fish anymore. I did everything. He kept telling me, try, use this hook, use that hook. Yeah, I've used it all, Micah. Every damn bit of it. And it basically all comes down to the weather. And there you go. It's like I preach all the way through this stuff, and when I review other fishing games like the Call of the Wild, I say, you can't have a good fishing game if you don't take into account the weather. I mean, because that makes fish react, the type of weather. And boy, the Fishing Planet fixed me up good over that one. They made me take a little bit of my own medicine this week. It took me 5 days of fishing 2 different periods. In the morning peaks, well, they weren't even peaks, but I know as a fisherman, I don't need no damn game to tell me that fish bite in the morning. They all do. I don't care what it is. So you fish in the morning, that magic time frame between 4 and 7 o'clock in the morning. All fish hit then. It's just like all animals. You wake up, you're hungry. All right, they hit. So that's where we go. So it was just one of them things with me and the RNG in this game. It took me till day 5 to get the right conditions, the water temperature, the air temperature right, the barometric pressure right. Everything went right that day at 7 o'clock, and it was nothing to catch these guys, absolutely nothing. But I pulled my hair out for 4 days because I'm like, you can't tell me this fish only bites every other Thursday. I mean, there should be some point in some day that damn thing bites a couple of times. I don't know. So that's why we're talking about piranha tonight a little bit on the show, and the reasons why and the baits that you want to take down there when you go hunting these piranha. It's mainly, some small minnows are what you want. They'll hit on the small minnows. They'll hit on they'll hit on the bloodworms. They'll hit on meat chunks, chicken liver, raccoon minnows. You have a wide variety that the piranha family will hit on. It's not a hard fish to catch. However, they made the mega piranha hard as hell to catch. I don't even know if you catch. Now, since I've completed this mission, I went out there and I looked, because I try not to watch them. I try not to watch anybody else's shit before I go on a lake and do my thing, because I like to do my thing. And then when I'm done with my thing, then I'll go see, okay, how did I compare with what these guys found? And everybody says you have to catch these things on a bottom rod. Well, I caught my monster on a float rod, 40 inches down. So that in itself there proves. Now I didn't catch. I caught a lot of the cyber piranhas on my Phoenix 1410 float rod. I was fishing it 40 inches down everywhere, and that's what I caught most of them. I caught the first mega piranha on that float rod. So you can catch them on the float rod. Most of the cybers, it's easier to throw 4 bottom rods out there actually to grab them up. Now, here's the other thing we want to talk about with these Stiks. When you're going fishing for these piranha, send your panfish to Congo. All right, Micah, thanks. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. I was fishing with really big, heavy Stiks, guys. I was fishing with I have the Humorous. Let me get my mouse over here on the right page so I can read it. I was fishing with a Humorous 11-1 bottom rod. That's a 72-pound pole. I was fishing with the McConsey 1210 81-pound pole. Now, we're grabbing 5-pound fish with this. So there's a lot of techniques, because I lost a couple of these cybers, actually, because of the fact they're too strong of a pole. So when you latch onto one of these things, you definitely don't want to keep your once you've got him hooked up, you don't want to keep your rod pointed up in the air, because if they come up out of the water with that strong pole, it'll whip that fish, and then now you've got a whole ton of slack in your line. So the minute you got them on, when you're fishing with a big stick like that and you're fishing for 5-pound fish, put that pole down in the water, that rod tip down in the water when you're yanking. You don't want that fish to come up out of the water at all. You want to get him as close to you as you can before he breaks surface with those big sticks. And the other thing you can do is slow your retrieve down, but then you run the risk of the fish itself loosening your tension, and you could lose a fish that way too. So it's better to keep your retrieve up to full blast on a 4. Just point your tip down on the water and yanking from there. And you still might lose 1 or 2 here and there, especially the lighter the fish that you're grabbing onto, the more chance you have of losing it with those big sticks. That's all. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about with the Stiks. With that. All right. What else did we want to talk about here with those? Let me check your notes, Buck. Let's take a look here. We talked about Stiks and ammo. Oh, and the time of day. Time of day. Let's talk about time of day. Well, let's go over here. Let me pull this up here. So we can go this way and look. We'll get the globe up here, so we've got some things to look at here. As far as, what do I got here? Rocky Lake. I was kind of looking at the weather forecast for what's coming up next in the next week or 2. I'm going to be going, well, actually tonight, at 8 o'clock, right after the bait shop here, I'm headed over because I'm going to practice a little bit. I need to refresh my memory for my crappie fishing over at Mudwater. So we're all going to head over to Mudwater tonight. We're going to do some pan fishing for some calico bass. So with those guys, we're going to take some small minnows and some bloodworms and leeches. And the upcoming tournament's coming, so that's a restricted to float tackle only. So we're going to take an Omni stick over there. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. I'll pull my sticks up here, and we'll take a look at that one. What weapons we're going to take over there, what we're going to practice with, what you need to take if you're coming along with me tonight. And I hope everybody got enough time tonight to at least stop into Mudwater, get a room open. Where's my Sergeant Major in Arms over here? I don't know where Cody is tonight. He must be busy. All right. So, the weather for these piranhas, you really don't have to worry about any of that, to tell you the truth. They bite around the clock if you're on a spot. Now, I'm throwing away these cyber piranhas now, guys. All right, that's not in the game plan right now. We're talking about the normal fish that don't come strapped in armor. Oh, that apple juice tastes good tonight. These fish will hit in the rain. They will hit in the sun. They will hit. The piranha are it's a pain in the ass fish any other time until they make it a damn challenge or a tournament and you have to find them. then you're in trouble. But if you're running the piranhas, talking blood, meat chunks, chicken livers, if you're using 3/0 hooks, you're going to get everything up through a trophy. You want to go hunting uni piranhas, you need to bump up to a 4/0. I would suggest a 4/0 because you can get them. If you want to eliminate a lot of the other stuff, you can go 5/0 for the unis, but you won't catch much else. If you'll catch a lot of, if you're in the area where the piranhas are and you're using a 5/0 hook, you're going to catch a lot of flat whisker catfish. You're going to catch, even on the blood, because the flat whisker catfish and the ripsaw catfish, they will hit on that blood. So if you start jumping up to that 5/0, you're gonna catch them. You're gonna get them in your mix. I'm coming to Mud Lake today with you. Oh, excellent, Micah. You need to take a break from hunting all that species. Do you have all of your mudwater fish? Because I was just looking at mine. Let's go over here. I haven't been on get out off here. I haven't been on mudwater in a long time that I can recall. I only have 9. I only have 9 of the species that I need, so I need to spend a little time on mudwater anyway to recatch my stuff. That's for sure. Oh, he's got his done already. Oh, I should have known better. Didn't even ask you that question. All right, let's talk about the Crappie tournament. Let's go over here and take a look at what's coming up. The Crappie Valentine. They're going to talk to us about it. Here we go. Information. So it looks like we're going to start on the 14th. Qualifier 1. 15th qualifier 2, and these guys always riding 1 to 9 the next morning. All right. 16th, semifinals on the 18th, finals on the 19th, guys. Only float tackle. Boats that's prohibited naturally, no rod stands. You got to use a keep net, no stringers. 20 fish. Any fish above the limit got to be released. Determined by the total weight of the 20 fish. So, pretty much like every other tournament goes. Alright, environment against the very best as you test your skills in catching black and white crappie in a heated race, taking you through 5 different states. From the picturesque banks of the Missouri Mudwater River to Louisiana's swampy Quanchkin Lake. Micah, you spent, a couple hours down there at Quanchkin Lake here just the last day or two. I know that. That's good fishing down there. Wheezy Mouse she's been spending some time catching them big flatheads up there on the Heron River. I think that's where she's at tonight. Like, young bass. Oh, you got the last one at Falcon. You can leave out of there now. All right, so the rewards. What do we get for this Crappie tournament? The Crappie Valentine Day Cup. Oh, man. X Series Stalwart. Rod stand. I want that. Oh, I like the hat. Everybody, you get first 3 places. Everybody gets the rod stand and hat. That's pretty sweet. Wonder where they quit giving the rod stand at. Third place gets it. Not in 4th, though. You get a bobber. If you place in the top 10. Biggest fish gets 50 grand. It's a nice little tournament, huh, fellas? I like that X Series Glow. I have one of them. Those are very nice. Don't have that cap, though. Don't need the chum chest. That's a downsize for me. That'll get sold right away. Alright, guys. Well, there's our information. There's our rewards. That's what it's looking like for the Crappie Valentine. So, I know the first qualifier. Close this guy out here. First qualifier is at Mudwater. So we're going to go to Mudwater for that guy. Hunt white crappie. Second qualifier, where we're going there, we're going to Rocky Lake. Hunt the black crappie there. Bass, not hard to get. No. Nope. Not at all. All right. And the third one, we're going to the San Joaquin Delta. I might have to go practice over there. I can't remember where. I know a couple spots where the crappie are. All right, where's the semifinal at? Quanchkin Lake. Oh, that place is filled with crappie. I got a bunch of crappie spots down there. How about it, Micah? You like crappie? Where's Austin at? You've been down to Austin. You've been down there to Quanchkin Lake yet. You fished for any of that crappie. That crappie's good eating, buddies. Let me tell you that. That crappie's good eating. All right, where's the final at? The Heron River. Well, Wheezy Mouse is getting all geared up for that one. I don't think she's getting in the tournament though this year, this time around. Look what because we get to hunt them all, white and black there, getting the heron. That's for sure. I think there's both here too at Quanchkin Lake. Yep, absolutely, yes sir. All right, fellas, that's that guy. Now, what are we gonna take? Well, let's try this. Let's see if Buck can get this up once. I am not like that one completely. Best on earth, that one completely out. Oh, Mike's not in that one. All right, buddy. All right, I want to pull up something here, guys. Let's take a look at the weapons here that we need to look at. So I think I have to do it like this. I'm gonna try this so I don't stumble too much here. If I do this, that'll work. And then I can do this and that. There we are. So now, let's take a look at the weapons. Now you can't take spinning. They're saying for this tournament, it's float tackle only. So we gotta take a match rod. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to practice with my Phoenix, all right? Because I have right now, I got stacked up my Phoenix 1410. Now that's a 5-pounder, 5 to 22, which is a little heavy. It's a little heavy for crappie hunt. It really is. And the reason I'm going to practice with this is because it trains me to be more sensitive to the bite, because it's harder to detect these crappie with this stick. All right, now when I go to fish the tournament, it's like a ball player who's got swings a big couple of bats before he steps up to the plate. Well, when it comes time to go to the tournament, I'm going to take my Flagman OmniFloat 1410. Now, he's going with me because that's a 3 to 7.5 pound. Much more sensitive to the bite. It'll be easy for me to detect. I won't miss anything. And 7.5 pound is plenty to pull crappie in. I'm sorry, you don't need a 22-pound pole to pull crappie in. Now, the Nero isn't a bad stick because it's a 1410 also. Most of these match rods down here are 1410, so you can flip them out a long ways. They cast a long ways. But it's a 5 by 13 pound, so you're still 5 pound on the bottom. So it's hard to detect. So I could practice with the Nero, but I already have I already have the Phoenix geared up and in my bag, so that's what I'm going with tonight at 8 o'clock when we go over there. But that's how I kind of do it. I always practice with something a little heavier than what I'm going to actually fish the tournament with when we're talking about panfish. Okay, that's for sure there. So now if I get rid of the ace, do that should have brought me back to there. All right, well, that did it now. Oh, it's just shift A, so that's why. Ah, I see. All right, so I didn't do it right. So what? Still took it away. All right, guys, where are we at with timer? That's pretty much we're running down to the end of the bait shop here. All right, we talked about the weapons that we're going to go with for the Crappie Valentines. We talked all about piranhas, the wonderful family of Serrasalmids. All right. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the scientific name for all those three of those. That's for sure. All right, guys, let's go this way. I do this. That should have me back to you. All right, fellas. That's it for the bait shop this week. Next week, I don't know where we're going to be at. Micah, are you ready for a trip to the Congo? I've got one more waterway to get missions put out. What? I am not. Yes, you are. You're ready for a trip. Oh, that was the last response. We're going to go to the Congo, guys. We're going to get those missions out. Exploration 1 and 2 and the trial and whatever all they are. I don't know how many missions we got in the Congo. Let me go over there and look here real fast. Missions completed. Congo. Where's it at down here? Congo, there they are. All right, looks like we have the Congo River Exploration 1, Congo Trial, and Congo River Catfish. So we have 3 of them. We'll get them 3 out of the way. Congo, yes, he's ready for the Congo. All right, that should take me up to level 80, because I'll probably be down there. I'll be level 80 then. I'm almost to 76 now. Every time I want to, since I've reached the level that I can get to the Congo, I've been shooting so many videos, and my progress has gotten so slow climbing my own ladder that every once in a while I get frustrated and I need a break from shooting videos. I just go over to the Congo and I do a day over there, level up 2 levels, make $1 million and come home and I'm all happy again. That's how that works. And then Buck's happy again. All right, but now we're going there for real. We're going to do the missions. And I love fishing for all those small, goofy fish that are over there. That's just a fun place to be. Although, Micah, we're going to go back to the Amazon maze, buddy. We're going to go back to the Amazon maze after the Congo missions, because I'm going to shoot some video of just fishing back in Orchid Shore. I mean, I think that is just that has got to be some of the prettiest fishing area to fish in Fishing Planet. I just love it. And I want to get some good video of that, get that on footage. Because completing the missions, you don't have to get back in there at all. But that's something, when you get to the Amazon, paddle your canoe back there, your kayak back there. I don't care if it takes you 2 days to get the kayak back there, but just once you're back there, you can sit back there for 4 days. That's got to be, I know I'm going to do that. That's for sure. All right, guys, that's going to end it for this show. We're done. 7:30 right on the button. I'll be back live in 30 minutes. Have my stuff geared up here. We're going to head to Mudwater. and we're going to catch ourselves some crappie. All right. Never ever give up the fight. Thanks y'all for watching. We'll see you next week on the Bait Show. We'll see y'all this week on the Congo. Me and my buddy Michael will be down there all week long. After with Congo, I am due all the lake species. There you go. And maybe we'll shoot a whole bunch of videos while we're doing that, Micah. We'll go back to getting all the videos done. And then I've got a whole mastering. I think we're going to start the mastering and all that stuff, because there's about 30 or 40 missions there. We'll just start making some trips out, catching all kinds of pike and everything that they have for us to master. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Never ever give up the fight. And we will see you later.